What's up, you stud muffins? Welcome to the video, and I'm sure by now you all know about the crazy Nick Cannon rant and just, long story short, racist comments on his little podcast, YouTube show that he has towards white people and as well as the Jewish community.
Overnight backlash for Nick Cannon after these controversial comments on his podcast, Cannon's Class.
We are the Semitic people. When we are the same people that who they want to be, that's our birthright. So the people that don't have it are a little, and I'm gonna say this carefully, are a little less.
In the June 30th episode of his podcast, Cannon speaking to former Public Enemy member Professor Griff.
The only way that they can act is evil. The only way they have to rob, steal, rape, kill, and
fight or flight, okay,
in order to survive.
Exactly.
So then these people who didn't have what we had, and when I say we, I speak of the melanated people.
Right.
They had to be savages.
The 39-year-old host facing criticism for his comments, also accused of perpetuating an anti-Semitic conspiracy theory.
The Rothschild, centralized banking, the bloodlines that control everything even outside of America.
Now, what I want to focus on here is not so much what he said, but the reaction from the media and what he was fired for is really the point I'd like to drive home here. Because, see, as the title says, it seems like it's okay to be racist towards white people, but if you are racist towards Jewish people, that's where the media draws the line. Because every single news article is referencing the anti-Semitic comments as to the reason why he got fired, not the anti-white rhetoric of whites being less and pretty much just pieces of shit, long story short. So every news article you're going to find is going to say this right here. Nick Cannon has been fired by Viacom CBS over anti-Semitic remarks Cannon made on his podcast, Cannon's Class. But like I said, they also omitted a lot of the actual anti-white rhetoric that he was saying on live broadcasts, as well as we're going to see in these articles going forward. Like this right here was totally just not even presented.
Our melanin is so powerful, and it connects us in a way that the reason why they fear black, the reason why they fear is because the lack that they have of it. So then when you see what, Dr. Francis C. Welsing talked about is that fear and that
genetic annihilation,
that deficiency of when you have a person that has the lack of pigment, the lack of melanin, that they know that they will be annihilated. So therefore, however they got the power, they have the lack of compassion. That melanin comes with compassion. Melanin comes with soul. That we call it soul. We soul brothers and sisters. That's the melanin that connects us. People that don't have it are a little, and I'm going to say this carefully, are a little less.
You're not going to see Nick Cannon has been fired by Viacom CBS over anti-Semitic and anti-white remarks. It's always going to say fired by Viacom CBS over anti-Semitic. So once again, it's kind of strange that, if you're black, you can, trash white people, but once you go against the Jewish peoples, that's where the line has to be drawn. It's like, white people is cool, Jewish people, no. That's kind of like what I'm picking up here by the media. In the episode, which was filmed last year but posted 2 weeks ago, Cannon was in conversation with rapper Professor Griff, who left Public Enemy in 1989 after making similar anti-Semitic comments in a Washington Post interview. Cannon asserted the truth of a number of conspiracy theories in the episode, referencing the Rothschilds, centralized banking, 13 families, the bloodlines that control everything, even outside of America. Cannon says that the conversation was not hateful because Semitic people are black people. Okay, you can't be anti-Semitic when we are the Semitic people. I didn't know people from Africa were into Judaism. He also voiced admiration for Nation of Islam leader Louis Farrakhan. We're Jewish, but we love Islam, which is pretty much like the, kind of like not really the friends of the Jewish people. Like people of Islam and people who are Jewish nowadays really don't like, it's like kind of like water and oil, not really getting along. In a statement of Facebook yesterday, Cannon addressed the episode writing, "I do not condone hate speech nor the spread of hateful rhetoric. Yet on my show, I talked about how white people are less and they have no melon and we're better and they're evil and savages and jealous and yeah. But hey, if you're, talk about the Rothschilds, centralized banking and bloodlines controlling everything outside of America and Judaism, no go. But talk about white people being shitty and less than black people and savages because they're jealous and they're not equal human beings because we're not as dark, which I don't understand. No problem. A-OK, USA, cool. I encourage more healthy dialogue and welcome any expert, clergy, or spokespersons to any of my platforms to hold me accountable and correct me in any statement that I have made that has been projected as negative. Cannon elaborated on his thoughts in a statement to Fast Company saying there's no malice or negative intent, but in a time like 2020, we got to have these conversations. Responding to criticism he faced for not apologizing in his Facebook statement, Cannon said to me, apologies are empty. Are you forcing me to say the words I'm sorry? Are you making me bow down? Because then again, that would be perpetuating that same rhetoric that we're trying to get away from. Viacom CBS responded to the controversy today in a statement announcing they have terminated their relationship with Cannon while we support ongoing education and dialogue in the fight against bigotry. We are deeply troubled that Nick has failed to acknowledge or apologize for once again perpetuating anti-Semitism. Not anti-whites, but, going after Jews. But whites, we're not going to really talk about because it's okay, apparently, to trash white people in 2020, and we are terminating our relationship with him. That's the point I'm trying to drive home here. If you're black, you can shit on white people, but not Jews. All right, point proven. Thanks for watching the video. I'm 8 Thoughts. Be cool, stay in school. Question authority.
Don't let the honky crack reptilian shapeshifter bring you down.